But it's interesting, like, seeing, like, with my bike being down, yeah, it will work, and I would be able to get places with it, but I don't, like, I've ran a bike as a daily driver and my only source of transportation for a while, but if I didn't have my truck, I probably would have to limp through everywhere. Like my roommate Rhino, his sole source of transportation right now is his motorcycle, so he goes back and forth to work on his motorcycle. If it's like severely inclement weather or really shitty, I mean, I'll probably take him there in my truck. But I mean, I'm saying severe. We had a fucking ice storm. I guess it's the first ice storm they've had in 10 years in Florida. It's ridiculous. But yeah, as a sole source of transportation, I don't know how that would how I'd really fare with that. I don't think I'd be doing too good. I know there are people that use it as their sole mode of transportation. There's plenty of people that do it, and you know, they live in either better climates or they just suffer through the rain and snow and other shit that they have to deal with. But man, that's fucking rough, especially if your bike like goes down. Like if you have like severe mechanical problems with it and you can't fix it, you're stuck not working, not making more money to be able to spend on fixing your bike so you can go back to fucking work. It's like almost a fucking waste. So yeah, I don't know if I could actually do my motorcycle as a sole source of transportation anymore. Like, again, maybe a Vespa. I could do a Vespa as my sole source of transportation. Like if I lived on a beach and I only had to go like 2 miles to get food and I came back, I'd get a Vespa. I'd rock the shit out of it. I'd have to get a stiffer clutch so I could wheelie it.
Agents of the Resistance.
I think this is like seriously the worst gas mileage I've ever gotten on this bike. 88 miles before my fuel light came on. That is literally the worst gas mileage I've ever gotten on this fucking thing. I've been wanting to talk about my exhaust. Everybody loves the look of the Tos. Yeah, granted, there are a few people that think it's the ugliest thing in the entire world, but the look of the exhaust is fantastic. I love the way the Toast exhaust looks. What up, homo? Sorry for you that ride scooters. I'm sorry. I'm real sorry. You know you want a bigger motorcycle, and don't lie to me. I mean, you might have a scooter, but you hate having it. But yeah, the exhaust looks fantastic. It sounds great, but it's probably the biggest piece of shit I've ever owned. I honestly, this was seriously my second choice for an exhaust. I didn't want to buy the Toast exhaust. Yes, it's almost like a staple having it, and it looks great on the R1. It sounds great on the R1. It doesn't sound good on any other fucking motorcycle that I've ever heard it on. But it was definitely not my first choice. If I were to be able to choose again, I would have bought the Graves low-mounted exhaust. That would have been my specific choice. I love that look of that exhaust. I love the sound of the exhaust. But the problem is, it's $1,700. Holy shit. That's a lot of money for an exhaust. This exhaust was $1,000 less than that, so obviously I chose the Toast. But I say roughly $1,700. People are like, oh, you can get them for like $12. But what you don't understand is that you still have to get a power commander, so that's another $300-400 on there. And then if you want it dialed in correctly, you're gonna have to take it to a dyno shop, so that's another $100 an hour for that shit. So yeah, it's about $1,700 by the time you're done. And I just couldn't validate spending $1,700 on an exhaust. Although I could validate spending a hell of a lot more on all the gear that I wear. Boy, am I a fucking idiot. I bought so much gear, it's ridiculous. I'm such a fucking motorcycle like fashion whore. I probably should have just done a U-turn. I'll do that.
Traffic Division. You had contested a ticket you received and we set up for a court date. This hearing has been canceled. The officer has dismissed it. If you have any questions, you can give me a call. Thank you and have a great day.